What's up, guys? It's Christian here, and welcome back to the Adventures of an Av Geek. Today, we are here reacting to a video by Long Haul by Simple Flying, which was posted a month ago, which is called Airbus versus Boeing: Who Won the Dubai Air Show in 2023. Now, I totally forgot to change this setting, so I am here now. And before I get into the video, I just want to say that I am aware that my last video that I made reacting to aviation news, I I had it in the background while I was making some I don't know what I was doing, probably uh setting the date for which I want to publish the video, or sometimes I would just don't y'all can give me crap for this if you want in the comments, please. I welcome it wholeheartedly. But I would get recommended this on my other YouTube account, and I would click my own video so that I could improve my click-through rate in the data analytics, and I don't know, possibly give myself a better chance of more people clicking on the video. And I noticed that it seems to lag a little bit more than when I filmed the videos from the living room in my house. So maybe for while I'm here in Vegas at home, I'll try to film in the living room, see when I could do that with, what my family is doing. But it seems that in my room, it's like the internet performs a little bit worse as compared to when I'm in the living room. So might try to get up there, and I might try to get a study room in the library when I get back to Prescott for school. And I might try to get a study room in the library for these videos because with the internet at my house, which is wired, it works, but I think in the videos it lags a little bit. So just expect me, guys, for to experiment with different, locations of recording to see what's best to optimize these videos, because I love making these videos and it's very fun to connect with you guys over aviation. I just want to make the experience as amazing as it can possibly be, because I want to satisfy my true potential in not just my videos but in life. But I digress, and now we get into this video. And see, there's the lagging.
Conclusion of the 2023 Dubai Air Show, it's time to tally up the orders and answer the all-important question: Airbus or Boeing? While Boeing may have scooped up nearly 3 times as many orders as Airbus, at 295 to 86 respectively,
Wow.
the answer may not be as straightforward as it seems. For today's video, let's examine how the world's 2 major aircraft manufacturers stacked up against each other. The event appears to have been a turning point for US aircraft manufacturer Boeing. Following the grounding of its 737 MAX program, issues with its 787 Dreamliner production, and supply chain issues, it seemed as if airlines had begun to lose their confidence in Boeing for a short period.
True.
However, the Dubai Air Show saw numerous airlines voice their confidence in Boeing's ability to deliver. Europe's Airbus hasn't been without its issues. Its A320neo and A220 family aircraft have proven popular. Indeed, in 2019, the A320 officially overtook the 737 in terms of orders,
Mm.
despite entering the market 20 years after Boeing's narrowbody.
Wait a
However,
minute.
supply chain
Let
problems.
me listen to that again, because let me listen to that again real quick. I didn't quite catch that.
Indeed, in 2019, the A320 officially overtook the 737 in terms of orders, despite entering the market 20 years after Boeing's narrowbody. However, supply chain.
That's actually crazy. I'm gonna like fact check this. I'm not gonna say fact check, just look up later this to look at it and see it for myself. But for a long time, the Boeing 737 was the highest selling, I think the highest selling aircraft ever. So if the Airbus A320 overtook that, I'm pretty sure it just became the highest selling aircraft ever. Of course, you guys can correct me on that too, and I will look this stuff up for myself. But yeah, just a thought.
In problems and production delays have limited delivery slots for the A320neo until 2029, a major setback for any operator hoping to boost their short-term
True.
capacity. What's more, Airbus's production delays and Pratt& Whitney GTF groundings are having a clear impact on the fleet of many airlines. This may have been another contributing factor in terms of low popularity at the Dubai Airshow.
Hmm.
Indeed, not a single A320neo family aircraft, including its usually industry beloved A321XLR, was ordered at the event.
That's crazy.
Boeing received a much needed narrow body order from Ethiopian Airlines with a commitment for 21 737 MAX aircraft. The Addis Ababa based airline was notably the face of the 737 MAX grounding following the crash
Right.
of Flight 302.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's really big for Boeing to gain an order from Ethiopian Airlines after there was a crash with the 737 Max that was on an Ethiopian Airlines flight. That's really huge for Boeing, considering all that.
In March 2019. Speaking to Bloomberg, CEO Mesfin Tasso reaffirming and the 737 MAX program, noting that the airline had done its due diligence to ensure Boeing had corrected the issue with the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, or MCAS, cited as the cause behind the crashes of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 and Lion Air Flight 610. We believe we have checked and confirmed that the design defect of that aircraft has been fully corrected by Boeing. We have renewed our confidence in that aircraft, he stated. The order came as a
And that's something I got to take note of as someone who is studying to be an aeronautical engineer, is that in that like little video clip that we just saw, I noticed that something that it said in like the video that we just saw that was comparing the Boeing 737's MCAS system to what it was before, was saying that it never overrides the pilot. And that's huge because I don't know if like maybe I'll make a separate video about this because I think you guys will find it interesting. But I made it for a class that I have at Embry Riddle. You have to propose an idea, and the idea that I proposed was that whenever go around mode is activated on aircraft, that there's this alarm sound that notifies the crew that go around mode's been activated. And in doing research for that, I found out about a crash that was China Airlines Flight 140 crashed in 1994 as a result of, go around mode being inadvertently activated. But that wasn't the primary crash that I based it on. I based it on that made me want to pursue this proposal. What made me want to pursue the proposal was Atlas Air Flight 3591, that crash that happened in 2019. And in doing research for that, I found out about China Airlines Flight 140. I say all that because in China Airlines Flight 140, the pilot of that aircraft he formerly flew the Boeing 747. In the 747, he was able to override the automation manually, but in the A300, the aircraft that crashed in China Airlines Flight 140, he wasn't able to override the automation with manual inputs. And so, but I say all that because now I like in studying that out for a class assignment, now I realize the importance of being able to manually override automatic commands. So a little side tangent, but I think you guys find that interesting. I better share the screen again, dude. Share screen. Uh, Boom. All right, back in business. Let me rewind a little bit so that we know where we're at.
In that aircraft, he stated. The order came as a significant snub to Airbus, with Tasso claiming that it had expressed interest in Airbus's A220 aircraft to replace its turboprop fleet. However, it would not consider placing an order until issues with its Pratt & Whitney PW1500G turbofan engines were resolved.
Hmm.
Not all airlines appear to feel the same way towards the A220. Indeed, Latvian flag carrier Air Baltic scooped up an additional 30 A220 300s plus 20 more options. The updated
Yeah, so in case you guys don't know the story with the Airbus A220, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but basically what happened was that Bombardier made that aircraft initially and called it the C series, but when they were testing it out, it had some engine problems. And then Airbus, when they purchased a majority stake in Bombardier, they renamed the aircraft to the Airbus A220, fix whatever, supposedly, of course. Of course, it seems that Ethiopians still skeptical about if they've like completely resolved the engine issues, but now Airbus has released it as the Airbus A220. So yeah, that's a little background about like what they're referring to when it comes to engine issues. So yeah.
order will see the airline become the largest A220 operator in Europe, with 100 aircraft set to pad out its fleet by 2030.
Wow.
CEO Martin Gauss offered an alternative view to the one held by Ethiopian Airlines, saying, "Let us say the engine is maturing, and we wouldn't have placed an order if we didn't have full trust in the aircraft with the engine."
Hmm.
Other 737 MAX customers include Turkish German leisure carrier Sun Express, which placed a firm order for 28 MAX 8s and 17 MAX 10s, as well as options for up to 45 more. Kazakh carrier Skat Airlines also made a commitment for 7 MAX 8s. Though not a direct order, the 737 MAX also saw a significant boost from Egypt Air, which signed a 12-year lease with Lesser Air Lease Corporation, or ALC, for 18 of the type. Egypt Air will take delivery of the aircraft between 2025 and 2026, operating them alongside its existing A320neo aircraft. When it comes to the higher capacity jets, the yet to launch 777X was undoubtedly the star of the Dubai Airshow, with Emirates ordering 19 more aircraft. This brings its current order for the type to 205. Emirates currently expects to take delivery of its first 777X in 2025, according to Boeing's current production targets.
Yeah, that's a lot of planes,
Emirates'
man.
deal with Boeing also included a unique maintenance, repair, and overhaul, or MRO, contract that will allow the US aircraft manufacturer to provide augmented and virtual reality capable drones for Emirates' 777 maintenance program.
Wow.
In a statement shared by the airline, Emirates explained the decision behind the add on MRO partnership, saying, "These technologies promise to deliver more precise and comprehensive aircraft inspections, reduce the risk of human error, and significantly cut down the time aircraft spend out of service, optimizing fleet availability and performance."
It's really cool.
Delivery of the 777X will not impact A380 operations, however. Even though the quadjet is now out of production, Emirates was clear that it had no plans to retire its A380 fleet before the 2030s, with hints that operations
Nice.
could go into the 2040s. The Super Jumbo may have struggled to find its place in other airlines' fleets, but Emirates has embraced the double decker's unbeatable comfort and ability to transport.
That's what I'll say too. Is it? I don't know if you guys watched my video about the Airbus A380 making a comeback when I was reacting to that. But I have to say, nonetheless, like the Airbus A380 is an incredible aircraft. I got the privilege. I didn't fly it. Spoiler alert. I wish I did, but I was in the international terminal in Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, uh, there was a British Airways Airbus A350, I mean Airbus A380, that parked at a gate. I got to, sit up at the gate and like be face to face with the Airbus A380. I've talked about it in a different video. It's a core memory for me. Anyways, I just, paused to say that that's really good that I will possibly get to fly on the Airbus A380 since Emirates will hold on to it for a long, long time. And I think the reason why Emirates has just like ordered the heck out of them and why other airlines are like thinking about retiring them soon is because Emirates flies Dubai to London. I think they fly like 8 flights a day, and that may be like 4 flights between Dubai and Heathrow and 4 between Dubai and Gatwick. I don't know how, but like that's what I heard Went Over Productions say in a video that Emirates flies 8 Airbus A380s a day between Dubai and London, and it's worked for Emirates in that when you have these slot restricted airports like Heathrow, like LAX, like JFK, the Airbus A380 works incredibly well for you to maximize how you're able to use your slot at this airport that not only has really expensive slots but also has very limited slots. So I like as I saw in that video that was about the Airbus A380 making a comeback. It's it might be worth considering for airlines to be like, hey, maybe the Airbus A380 is our best option to maximize our capacity on this route, dude. That just had me imagining, and y'all can tell me in the comment section if this is unrealistic. But man, imagine if you can fly the Airbus A380 from Los Angeles to New York, because I already know that you can fly. Of course, they have the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320 flying that route, the 757, the 767, the 777, the 787. But man, if we could get the Airbus A380, that would be a lot more affordable than having to fly all the way to Dubai on Emirates from Los Angeles or San Francisco. Just want to put that out there. I hope that can happen, but I digress. Back to the video.
Over 600 passengers to its hub at Dubai International Airport. Arnova announced that it had signed over $1.5 billion in MRO contracts to ensure its A380 fleet remains reliable and operational through its extended life. Contracts included Pratt& Whitney, Lufthansa Technik, Collins Aerospace, and Safran, which comprised a $1.2 million seating overhaul across much of its wide-body fleet. A further 60 A380s will be retrofitted with Airbus's Airspace Link HBC Plus satellite connectivity solution during
Hmm.
overhaul. Following some production setbacks, the aura around Boeing's 787 Dreamliner program has seemed slightly off, but that's not deterring operators. Emirates' sister airline Fly Dubai is set to officially shirk off its title as a narrow body only operator, ordering 30 787-9 aircraft in an $11 billion deal.
Wow.
Smaller
I wonder if they're trying to compete with Emirates because that's pretty big.
orders filtered in as well. 15 airframes were ordered by Ethiopian Airlines, Royal Jordanian took 6, and Royal Air Maroc committed to 2. Emirates
Nice.
also adjusted its existing order, adding 5 to its current backlog for a total of 35 aircraft. Interestingly, the airline will now operate a mix of Dash 8s and Dash 10s instead of its earlier commitment for all Dash 9 variants. Like the A320neo, Airbus failed to acquire any orders for its A330neo program. Despite the previous generation becoming one of the most popular wide-body aircraft of its era, Airbus has struggled to compete against Boeing's 787 in the slightly larger middle-of-the-market segment. It was a different story for the A350. Airbus managed to bulk up its A350-900 backlog deals with Egypt Air for 10, Ethiopian Airlines for 11, and Emirates for 15.
Nice.
Airbus initially hoped for a more significant order, likely including the A350 1000s. However, reliability issues with its Rolls Royce XWB 97 engine appear to be putting off potential purchases, at
Oh,
least
dang.
according to Sir Tim Clark, the president of Emirates. Emirates quietly announced its last minute order on Thursday after several days of negotiations, choosing not to hold a signing ceremony. The decision may have been in response to Tim Clark's prior comments regarding the XWB 97's poor fit for the airline's operations. Clark noted that Emirates would perhaps consider the aircraft if alterations were made, explaining to journalists, if the engine did what we wanted it to do, and Rolls Royce knows what we want it to do, and so does Airbus, then we would re enter the Airbus A350 1000 into the assessment for our fleet.
Hmm.
Who do you think won the Dubai Air Show? Let us know in the comments.
All right. So, a lot of information to unpack. That was awesome being able to catch up with what happened in the Dubai Air Show because I had, my dad, texted me about Emirates' big order and being like, dude, like all these airlines are getting, big orders for planes. So stick it out with this engineering stuff. I know you're getting like challenged all the time, but like, man, the stuff's going to pay off. And I know it's going to pay off. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, about the prospect of being able to work in a field that I genuinely love. So, who won? Who lost? I honestly, it stuck out to me how Boeing was able to get trust again for their Boeing 737 Max program. Them being able to get all those orders after what happened in the past, that's huge for them, and it's huge for of course, the future trying to rack up orders for their other aircraft too. And I'm actually really sad to see that the Airbus A330 Neo didn't, rack up any orders at the air show. Of course, it's just because like as any plane manufacturer that puts a lot of effort into their planes and their design and all that type of stuff, and to not see anything come out of it, that's kind of sucks. But of course that doesn't mean they've come up empty with that. But yeah, it would have been nice for them to rack up some more orders, and I do certainly hope that Airbus is able to uh, you know gain some trust with the Airbus A350-1000 because British Airways flies that here to Vegas, back and forth between Vegas and London, and I've seen that plane a few times. It is an absolute beauty to see. I've seen the Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000 land in LAX, Los Angeles, and I love the Airbus A350-1000. It is a spectacular aircraft. So I want to see even more of it. Maybe even fly one day. So that is really all that I can think of talking about, saying my opinions for things. So I'll go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you like the video, please leave a like and please subscribe for more aviation content because the goal for 2024 is to make a video reacting to simplifying those like to three simplifying aviation news videos, to do that on Monday and Thursday, to put out a video for that on Monday and Thursday, and to react to a longer video like the video about why the Airbus A380 is making a comeback, like this video, those like 10 or so minute videos, to react to those types of videos and put them out on Saturday. And so that is what I have. And oh yeah, that's what I basically meant to say was that's the goal of how we're gonna structure our upload schedule. And I'm at 200 or so subscribers right now. I'm confident that I can get to that 1,000 mark where I can get like monetized for watch page ads and stuff. Excuse me. Sometime in 2024, probably before June. But my end of year goal is 5,000 subscribers, and the same thing for my other channel, which is if you search up my name, Christian Christian Glemaud GLE. Well, yeah, GLEMAUD. I'll finish that sentence, but nevertheless, I'll link it below because I post personal development content on there, which I think you guys will love. So, yeah, just wanted to say that real quick. Love you guys. Take good care. See y'all in the next video. Gotta end the recording.